hanging out with our friends from Greengate this morning. John helping Jill teach all of us how to garden in tiny spaces.
Yes, in small spaces, because you can really achieve a lot just with planters. And if you live in an inner city condo and you want your balcony to look like a little bit of a vacation or a getaway, that is possible. Okay, so let's talk about flowers here. Now you've pulled these and created something that looks really dynamic. So what are you looking for when you're building a planter?
Well, always my goal first start with look for texture and leaf color first, because no matter what Mother Nature throws at you, as I've said over and over again, you always have a very beautiful planter. If you only go for color and we get a few days of rain and cloud, those flowers don't open as much. So you have a gap in your flowering. But if you go for texture first, then you always have a planter that look good no matter what Mother Nature throws at you.
Texture first, and also it's a judgment-free zone. You can pick whatever you like, really.
As long as you're growing the right appropriate plant material. So all the stuff for shade in the same bed, sun, so on and so forth.
Got it. Okay. So, and the other thing is you want to build different levels.
Yes.
So how do we achieve that?
So you plant things that are low growing, like this lobelia in the front, and then your medium size stuff like your coleus on either end there, and then these big begonias, and then your artemisia at the back to give that nice texture. You
shared a fun fact about artemisia a little bit earlier. What was that used for back in the day?
It was an ingredient in absinthe.
Ah.
Yeah.
But don't brew that now. That won't make you feel good. Okay, so now when it comes to care of these plants and fertilization, what do we need to keep in mind?
Well, you want to keep them evenly moist all the time, and then a minimum of once a week fertilizing. I recommend more often is better, because annuals are all high feeders, so you should be feeding on a regular basis to get all the bang for your buck, because our season's so short.
Right.
You don't want your plants to starve and not flower for you.
Okay, absolutely. You were saying a little bit earlier, because these planters or people are working with dirt from last year or the mulch to add more fertilizer, is that right?
Yeah, so like these had bark in a mulch on top, which that when that decomposes will steal nitrogen from the plants. So you want to feed with a little bit higher nitrogen to compensate for that.
Okay, fantastic. So let's dig in. And how about spacing here? What are we looking to fill in all the gaps?
Yeah, I go a little tighter than what with annuals.
Yeah.
Just because our season's so short and things never get to the size that they're, say, on the tags, because where we live here in Calgary.
Right.
So.
Okay. And the other thing you suggested is that you keep these tags. And why do you want to keep the tags in?
Well, the best part is if you like what you designed for yourself, you can duplicate it again next year. That's
fantastic.
The best.
All right. Well, I would say this is a design that works. I love the levels. I love the colors, the texture, digging into all these things. Small space gardening.